guys, real quick. This is a lady who's a business associate of DJ Warras. She tells us her story. She's been working with DJ Warras for years. She's like a little sister to DJ Warras. She's gonna say it. She's gonna, she's gonna explain everything. Guys, remember what I told you. You cannot separate the ANC from what happened to DJ Warras. You cannot separate the political people who are within the ANC to what happened to DJ Warras. It's connected. This was not just a random thing. Okay? This was not just a random killing. Our brother DJ Warras was a businessman. He was a very intelligent guy. He was a father. He wanted to provide for his family. He wanted to establish himself, as a businessman. He wanted to establish himself as a businessman to provide for his family. The ANC did not want that. The ANC and their tender friends, their tender mafia friends, want all the money to themselves. Okay? Don't let the media tell you otherwise. Don't let the media tell you that, oh no, these were just random people who just, who just shot and killed our brother. This is politically connected. This is tender mafia. This is ANC. Okay? The reason why mayors like Herman Mashaba were sabotaged, the reason why guys like Herman Mashaba, when he was the mayor of Johannesburg in the DA, the reason why his time as the mayor was sabotaged, and I think there was a vote of no confidence, is because he was fighting crime. South African politicians, they give you a vote of no confidence when you're actually doing your job. That's how South African politicians work. Okay? South African politics will give you a motion of no confidence when you're actually doing your job and fighting crime and solving South Africa's problems. In South Africa, when you're doing the right thing, you get assassinated. I've been saying that for years. I've been saying that for a long time. This is nothing new. These people have been doing this for a long time. Rest in peace to DJ Warras. The ANC wants to kill all of us. And I blame the ANC voters. I blame the people who vote for the ANC. The people who vote for the ANC, the people who elect the ANC are responsible for the death of our brother. The people who vote for the ANC are responsible for the death of our brother DJ Warras. If you vote for the ANC, you are responsible for DJ Warras' death, point blank. If you support the ANC, if you support the DA, if you support the EFF, you are responsible. If you support the MK party, you are responsible. You are supporting useless politicians who just want to be there to give their friends tenders. Because these people are useless, make no mistake. These people don't solve any problems in South Africa. Okay. Julius Malema, this is a fact. Julius Malema is connected to the tender mafia. Bekele said it in front of him. This is a fact. So you can't say, oh no, the EFF is different, the EFF is better. You are stupid if you say that. Okay. Bekele said it in front of Julius Malema that these are your friends. He said it. Bekele told Julius Malema in front of his face in Parliament last month. Right? So if you think Julius Malema is different and the EFF is different, you are stupid. Okay, if you think the DA is different, you are stupid. Okay, I want you to know that. I want you to look at yourself in the mirror. If you still believe in the EFF and the DA and controversies, I want you to know that you are stupid. Okay, you are stupid. You are responsible for the death of thousands of people. You believing in a murderer, you still believe in the DA, you still believe in the EFF, you still believe in all these clowns, while our people in the streets are dying. You are stupid, and you are responsible for the death of all our people. Okay. So real quick, guys, let's listen to this lady talk. Guys, if you are new on the channel, make it a point that you hit the notification bell when you subscribe. Don't just subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Okay, hit the notification bell. It's very important. The notification bell is very, very important. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's listen to the lady.
He ruffled the feathers of people in the underworld who coexist with state structures.
And this is in line with this, what you deem as a blueprint that he was trying to come up with to deal with hijacked buildings.
That he was. He wasn't even trying. He was doing it, and he had the right team backing him, and we were on an upward trajectory. We had a solution that it clearly isn't good for business, but whose business?
Tell me, what was your relationship with Warwick?
Warwick and I were very close friends. We were also business associates in both the security industry and also other entrepreneurial ventures that we were embarking on.
Talk to me about your thoughts on what happened yesterday. Warwick being there by himself.
It's not like Warwick. Warwick is the sharpest person I know. And it's not like him. He always would tell me when he was going. He never said anything. He was always accompanied by one of our colleagues. It doesn't make sense.
Tell me what Warwick was concentrating on of recent in terms of his entrepreneurial ventures. We've heard that he had security companies. In the entertainment scene, he had a security company called Elite VIP, if I'm not mistaken. But
Imperium.
Imperium, is that it? So he had a security company called Imperium. Tell me a little bit about what he'd been doing.
So at first, Warwick initially began as, I wouldn't necessarily call it an apprentice, but he started very young in the security industry under the guidance of the likes of Olympus and what is now JTVIP, also Bad Boys and Straker, Mr. Arnie Williams. And he eventually found his own footing and wanted to pave his own way, continued to collaborate and work alongside other security structures. With Imperium in particular, he focused primarily on the protection, specialized protection of, call it high-profile celebrities, a niche market that he wanted to really create a blueprint in. But also furthermore, as you know, the state of our CBD was of great concern to Warwick, to us all. And we engaged in, numerous conversations around, what can we do? And knowing Warwick, anybody who knows Warwick is, not only is he opinionated, he is solution-focused. So he in fact was approached to establish a way in which a hijacked building owned by a private company, a family-owned building that was currently being managed via the attorneys and an estate. And it was obviously hijacked and it was in disarray. And alongside Warwick and with Warwick's leadership, myself and other, including Mr. Arnie Williams, we all supported Warwick on this journey to creating the blueprint at this building. Essentially what the plan is and going to continue and remains was to audit the building, to establish how many people were occupying the building. That also assisted us, in establishing any health and safety regulatory violations, the state of the building, because we wanted and he had no intention to displace any of the tenants. In fact, we wanted to, and we are still on that mission of, in fact, refurbishing it to make it more conducive for the occupants of that premises. Needless to say, it did come with quite a bit of resistance. I guess when you are dealing with a hijacked building, there's a lot of activities that take place in a hijacked building.
Let's clarify Warwick's role in all of this.
He was contracted to obviously now regulate the building. And by regulating the building, that means now putting security structures in place so that we can monitor the traffic, who's coming in, who's going out, and keep people safe. Further to that, then there were additional contracts in which he worked, and he outsourced, but he worked directly with plumbers, electricians. Needless to say, there were bursts, there was sabotage happening in the building. Repetitive bursts, and it wasn't just your burst of, a water pipe burst. It was blatantly evident that they were making it difficult for Warwick to be successful in pursuit to the blueprint on how to take back hijacked buildings.
Let's talk about these protection orders, because you're quite familiar with what happened in that case of that protection order being registered at Johannesburg Central. Tell me a little bit about what happened there.
Warwick then proceeded to obtain 6 forms for protection orders against particular individuals without necessarily naming, including but not limited to the caretaker and a lady who was who ran the forum for that building.
Tell me a little bit about what you guys were able to unearth.
Allegedly, brothels. There was just weeks prior a rape of a little girl. I am of the view that there may have even been manufacturing, small scale, of paraphernalia, mandrax in particular. They were actually hidden. There were some people that were even unaccounted for during our audit, or we didn't find, because when we started to see, they had like these hidden tunnels within the building. The top of the building where the mechanism for the lift was, there were people living. There was a woman's bed there. I have footage of that, and obviously the wiring up on the top, on the roof, the illegal wiring. But also the landlord allegedly was pocketing rent, along with the leader of the forum. Allegedly, they were pocketing rent. They were making money in more ways than one.
Do you personally think that his murder is going to be solved?
I do. I guess time is going to tell how it's going to be solved. And what measures are going to be taken in order to solve it. I am, for one, can tell you for free that because of the nature, this wasn't a drive-by, this wasn't a shooting at a club. This wasn't some, brawl. This man was on duty, quote unquote, in his professional capacity, and I that should not go over anybody's heads. That when these perpetrators are found, that they should face the full arm of the law. Because this was him in his professional capacity, I just shudder to think what message it would leave about him and his legacy and what he was doing with us continuing it in his name, this blueprint. We have to demonstrate that there are serious consequences to people who, and particularly in this context, who play with the lives, who play God with people's lives, and who take people out who are restoring our country. one building at a time, one hijacked building at a time. Because we're not going to stop. This is not whoever's trying to scare us. Where's your moral compass pointing? All we're trying to do is make women and children safe again, to give and to create conducive environments for those who don't have, those who are living in poor conditions. We're just trying to make it a better place.